Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Monday, the 14th of January, 2019. I'm Jeannie. So good to be with you. Did you have a great weekend? I know I did. It really was wonderful. Great time at church yesterday. Really appreciate the rich teachings of my pastor, Lyle Palusa, Dothan Vineyard Paluso at Dothan Vineyard Church. Well, last night, as I was winding down my weekend and getting ready to go to bed, I took out my hairbrush and I went to go brush my hair, and I noticed a few more gray hairs there. And I thought, oh no, the first thing you imagine is, oh my goodness, gray hair. What's going on with that? Because, you know, especially women, I know there's some vain men out there too, but especially with women, gray hair is just like, oh my goodness, I'm getting gray hair. And it's something that can be really, kind of hit you, the whole aging thing. But it really got me reflecting, really truly got me reflecting to the time that I was really panicking when I was getting older, and turning 29 to 30 was huge for me. And turning 49 to 50 was another one that was huge for me. But on my last big milestone, which was turning 59 to 60, I embraced it. I had taken a completely different perspective on the situation. Well, let me go back a little bit in history about the gray hair situation. See, when for years and years I bleached my hair blonde. I really bleach it blonde. And I remember going into the salon one time, and it was time because, the dark roots were coming out and some gray was coming out in the dark roots. And I went into the salon chair and I sat down and I shared my tale of woe with my hairstylist. And she took out the bleach and I said, look, there's gray coming through here and I don't want to, and I'm doing it. And she said, not anymore. And she started applying the bleach to my hair. So the bleach making me way blonde like that, what it ended up doing was covering up not only my darker roots, but it was covering up the gray. So years and years passed of me bleaching, till eventually my hair was not in very good shape, not in very good condition anymore. So I needed to do something about it. So I decided I would cut it out and cut it out and cut it out. And it was in those in-between weird stages, half brown, half blonde, gray mixed in with it, till eventually it was all gone. I cut it really short a couple of years ago and had nothing but my own real color. But the downside of my own real color of a mousy brown was that more gray was visible because that blonde, bleachy blonde stuff wasn't covering it anymore. So, I was a little bit like, oh, what do I do now? I didn't want to start dyeing my hair again. So I thought, I'm baby, and as my, 60s was approaching, I'm 61 now. So when I was getting ready to turn 60 and I was excited about this new milestone in my life, I started approaching the whole aging, turning gray thing from a completely different perspective. I want to share some things with you, okay? Today I was on the internet and I was looking at a website called BibleReasons.com, and this is what it has to say about gray hair. Now follow me here. Gray hair and aging is a natural part of life, and more people should see it as a blessing rather than a curse. It shows wisdom in age, it shows experiences in life, and gray hair can bring respect too as well. God will always be with you no matter what age you are. So let's look at what the Word of God has to say about gray hair. And in the old King James English version, they said the hoary head, which is another way of saying your hair turned gray. But in Proverbs 16:31, it says, gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained in a righteous life. Proverbs 20:29 says, the glory of young men is their strength, but the splendor of old men and women, in my case, is gray hair. And Leviticus 19:32 says, you shall stand up before the gray head and honor the face of an old man, or in my case, an old woman or older woman. So here's what I have to say to you today, boys and girls. Embrace your gray hair. Embrace your refreshing because, there's a lot of things that we have now, like a lot of wisdom and a lot of lessons that we've learned in life that we may not have had before because we were younger and foolish and inexperienced. But that gray hair, that shows me that I've lived a nice, full life. I had an older person in my life years ago who used to joke with her and say, "Ooh, your hair's so gray." And she'd say, "And I've earned every one of them." So embrace your gray head, embrace your age, and just reflect on all the wonderful days that are to come and all the wonderful days you've had an opportunity to have in your life. So will I ever dye my hair again? Well, maybe once in a while I'll put one of those temporary rinses through it, just if I want to, kind of fluff it up a little bit and do a little something special. But go back to covering those grays because I'm ashamed. Never. I will never be ashamed that I am, and I proudly say 61 years old. And boys and girls, I have earned every single one of them. Hey, go be a blessing to somebody today. You might end up being the only one who is. And comment on how nice they look and compliment their hair. But you don't have to mention the gray if you don't want to. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeannie Sigler, JeanneSigler. Hit that subscribe button. And thank you, boys and girls, for those of you who have sent me private messages and seen me in person and let me know that you appreciate my take twos and my YouTube channel. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that, okay? And then also, of course, don't forget to tune in. Great programming, great music, great new stuff for 2019 on my radio station, WRMZ.org, and more new stuff to come too, more new voices too. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, y'all be blessed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.